Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 6th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the tropics here and also that cold front extending from up here near the southern Canada region all the way down to the Gulf Coast states, moving across the United States. Lee is located right here. Also, we have Tropical Invest 96L, this system here. This is just a little cluster of showers and storm behind Lee at this time. Alright, we just got some scattered activity also in portions of the northeastern Atlantic. This is the remnants of Franklin here. This is still the remnants of Adelia, still spinning around up here near the Nova Scotia region. Also in the video, we're going to be talking about the information on Tropical Storm Lee. Also, we're going to be talking about on 96L. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. And also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Thursday, and Friday across the nation. Okay. If you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, or you know somebody that would love to subscribe to it, go ahead and tell them to subscribe to my channel. And also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button before you leave this video today as well. If you're helps out the YouTube algorithm for my channel to get out to more people across the United States and around the world, so that way everybody get a chance to see my forecast, and I would greatly appreciate that very, very much. Alright, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the details here. We got a lot to unpack in this video, so let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, as we started off the video here is Tropical Storm Lee. Hurricane Lee should be soon coming up very shortly. Also, they got a little tropical wave here. Here's Invest 96L. We got some more tropical waves moving off the African coast. Need to keep an eye on them. Also, we got this little system here. I think this is the remnants of Katia. Katia still spinning around in the Atlantic. Here's the remnants of Gert still spinning around. Here's the ex-tropical cyclone Franklin still spinning around over in the eastern tropical Atlantic. Here's the remnants of Adelia, still spinning the Bahamas. Also a little cluster down in the Gulf of Mexico. And also some clusters of showers and storms down in Central America. Here's that little system, I think, called Java over in the tropical Atlantic, Eastern Pacific. Got another little system moving off into the Pacific Ocean as well. Got some more little scattered activity south of there. Alright, you see this cluster of showers and storms we was talking about at the video. We got a low pressure system up here over southeast Canada. Trailing cold front extending all the way down to the Gulf Coast, down to Louisiana. All this activity will continue to slowly move on off to the east. So this cold front will bring a little bit of cooling relief to the forecast area. But we do have more cold fronts coming down. And over the next 8 to 14 days, I'll show that probably in tomorrow's video. I seen today that it's going to be cooler than normal for pretty much the eastern portion of the United States. Also in the portion of the plains as well, and also back in the western portion of the United States, and start heating up over in that region once again. Alright, that's your tropical weather outlook here. Let's take a look at some information on Tropical Storm Lee. Alright, as you can see this afternoon, Tropical Storm Lee looks pretty well organized here, getting a little more convection blowing up around the center of rotation. So it's starting to gain some strength. Like I said, it should become a hurricane sometime later today or tonight anyway. In the next, well, I'm gonna say the next couple of advisories, it will become Hurricane Lee. Like I said, it's either the 2 p.m. advisory or the 5 p.m. advisory will become Tropical Storm Lee. All right, we're gonna look at some information on Lee. We're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center cone here, and then we're going to look at some computer model runs and the intensity guidance of Lee. As you can see here, and here's the wind field of Tropical Storm Lee. The yellow here is the wind field of Tropical Storm Lee. According to this, by 8 a.m. Thursday, it's a well, like I said, the next advisory will be a hurricane, remain a hurricane through 8 p.m. Thursday. Then it's going to be a major hurricane on Friday morning, and remain a major hurricane all the way through 8 a.m. Monday. By the time it gets here, should have winds of about 150, maybe even 155 miles per hour wind. Like I said, it still has a chance at becoming a Category 5 hurricane still. As it tracks towards this east of the Bahamas. So far, so good. All the computer models still in good agreement that this system will turn off to the north. Because I'm still expecting a cold front to come through sometime next week. It's going to come through and push the system out to sea. So anybody in Bermuda, also toward the east coast of the United States, southeastern United States, I would not be surprised later on down the road it could get close enough to portions of the northeastern United States, up around the New York City area, and also up towards Maine, maybe over toward the southeastern Canada region, not too far from Nova Scotia. May get impacted by this hurricane as it moves in that direction. Bermuda may get a little impact from it as well. Also, the southeast coast could get a little impact from it, mainly from rip currents and stuff currently right now, if the computer models are right. But we still going to have to keep an eye on it because it looks like it's making a beeline straight for the southeast coast. But I would not be surprised in the next few cones, it'll start, the National Hurricane Center will start turning the cone somewhere in this area here. It will continue to push on off to the north. All right. Here's the latest computer model runs, the Spaghetti-O models. We're going to take a look at them from the Hurricane Center models. As you can see here, all the computer models takes it to pretty well to the west-northwest. I would not be surprised northern portion of Leeward Island, maybe Puerto Rico. You guys could get a little bit of this hurricane wind force, tropical storm force wind. I would not be surprised maybe some of the northeastern Leeward Island could get in some hurricane winds as well, and tropical storm force winds too. But as you can see, the models begin to start to converge and turn it off to the north. Here's Bermuda right here, so that's why I said Bermuda need to be on the lookout, and also the Outer Banks of North Carolina on northward need to be on the lookout for this storm as well. All right, let's take a look at the GEPS ensembles here. We're going to take a look at them model runs real quick. Most of these here are the longer range forecast. Current position here takes it over toward the Bahamas. There's a few outliers still trying to take it into the Gulf of Mexico, but we're going to X that out for now. I'm going to keep on going with this here as it turns off to the north. So like I said, anybody from the Outer Banks of North Carolina all the way up to Nova Scotia need to be on the lookout for this storm, even Bermuda as well. All right. That's almost a hurricane with 60 knot winds. That equals up to 70 miles per hour wind gust. All the computer models taking it pretty rapidly up into a Category 1 and 2 storm. Then it keeps on going into a Category 3, 4, and there it goes with three to four models even taking it to a Category 5. Right now, the National Hurricane Center is going with a 4. But like I said, I would not be surprised to see this system move into Category 5 status, which is 156 plus miles per hour winds. So just want to give you a heads up on that, folks. Alright, that's the information on Tropical Storm Lee. Let's take a look at the information now on Invest 96L. Alright, here's the African coast. Here is the system here, the Cabo Verde Islands. Y'all getting some showers and storms and gusty winds off of this system. It's starting to get a little bit better organized. I would not be surprised to see this become Tropical Depression 14 and then become Tropical Storm Margot. It may even become Hurricane Margot later on down the road. Alright, let's take a look at the we're going to take a look at the hurricane models here. We don't have no cone yet because it's not a tropical storm or anything yet. So here's a look at the hurricane models. As you can see here, here's the current position of the storm. Keeps it going off to the west northwest, then eventually off to the north. So this here looks to remain a fish storm. Like I said, the next name on the list will become Margot, and it looks definitely, I'm giving it a 100% chance it will become Margot over the next couple of days or a few days to come. As you can see, we got 25 knot winds currently at this time, still just below tropical storm status. See, all of them do take it into a tropical storm over the next 24 to 36 hours, and then heads it on up into a Category 1 storm, and also maybe a Category 2. I would not be surprised to see it as a Category 2 hurricane as well. Alright, so that's why I said it will become Margot, because most of the computer models are taking it into tropical storm status. That's why I'm 100% sure this system will become tropical storm Margot in the next 2 to 3 days. Alright, now let's take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map. That was your tropical update. Now we're going to take a look at our local forecast here across the nation. Alright, as you can see here, we got air quality alerts for portion of Maine, also in the Minnesota, also in the Nebraska, eastern portion of Colorado, and portions of Wyoming. We have excessive heat watches in effect for Southern California and also into southern and southwestern Arizona. Also, we have some excessive heat warnings in effect for East Texas. Heat advisories also in effect for West Texas, Central and Eastern Texas, Southeastern Oklahoma, Central and Southern Arkansas, Northwestern Mississippi, Northern Louisiana, also in the portion of Virginia, also in the eastern Pennsylvania, also into much of New York State, much of Vermont, and also into portion of New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and also into Connecticut as well, around the New York City area also. Air quality alerts also in effect for portions of the Charlotte metro area as well. River flood warnings also continue for you guys in the eastern Carolinas and also up into South Dakota as well. We got a few special weather statements across Mississippi, Ohio, and also into portion of Wisconsin for some showers and storms that's producing some heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and maybe some small hail in that region. Alright, we got some special weather statements across northern portion of Alaska, central Alaska, gale warning along the coast, also some storm warnings there as well for Alaska. The Hawaiian chain island looks a-okay. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today. Alright, it's refreshing the information. Alright, we got general thunderstorm from portion of Minnesota, Montana, Montana down into Nevada. Also over here in portion of Wisconsin over to New York State. Down in the port of Louisiana, South Florida, Florida Keys, South Texas, West Texas as well. We got a marginal risk standing along that cold front. It's standing from central Texas all the way into Michigan. Also in the portion of New York State. Also over here in portion of Wisconsin. We have a slight risk down there in portion of Louisiana, Mississippi, also into Arkansas, over toward Tennessee, and into Alabama. Alright, if you live in the slight risk area, this includes Memphis, Tennessee, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Monroe, Louisiana, Bartlett, Tennessee, and South Haven, Mississippi. That's the slight risk area for severe weather today. Also, if you live in Dallas, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Fort Worth, Texas, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. Tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds, 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow. If you live in the 15% risk area, this includes Memphis, Tennessee, all the way to South Haven, Mississippi, and surrounding areas. Also, if you live in Dallas, Texas, all the way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and surrounding areas, that's the 5% risk for damaging winds this afternoon. All right. Hail probability, 5% in the brown. This includes Memphis, Tennessee, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Monroe, Louisiana, Bartlett, Tennessee, and South Haven, Mississippi. All right, let's move on to your this is from the Storm Prediction Center. Alright, as you can see, we got general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to the Florida Keys, all the way back to Louisiana and South Texas, all the way back to New Mexico and Arizona, all the way up to portions of Wyoming, Idaho, and also into Montana, back up into Dakotas as well. We have a marginal risk over South Dakota and also into Nebraska, same down in Oklahoma, down in Louisiana, and again from portions of Virginia all the way into New York State. Alright, if you live in the marginal risk, this includes Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Rochester, New York. This is severe weather for your Thursday area. Tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds, 5% in the brown. Same areas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Rochester, New York, and Shreveport, Louisiana. That's for damaging winds. The hail probability, 5% in the brown. This includes Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Springdale for large hail on your Thursday. Alright, we're moving on to day number 3. Alright, you can see we got general thunderstorm from Maine down to the Florida Keys, all the way back to Louisiana, Texas, back to New Mexico, all the way up into Montana, through the Dakotas as well. We have a marginal risk up here in portions of Montana, also same down here in portions of Oklahoma, down into Port Louisiana, Texas, and Arkansas, and again from northern North Carolina all the way into Maine. Alright, if you live in New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Newark, New Jersey, marginal risk for severe weather. Probability for severe weather Friday, 5% in the brown. This includes New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Newark, New Jersey. Alright. Well, that wraps up today's video. Hope everybody enjoys it. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. I'll have more on Tropical Storm Lee tonight, which should be, by the time I say do it tonight, should be Hurricane Lee. But anyway, I'll talk to everybody tonight. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Like I said, consider subscribing if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with another video tonight. Have a great one, everyone.